All right, good evening, VDC. We are here and we are ready to go live with this expert showdown in these playoffs round one between number 2 MF Consiglieri and number 7 KC Espresso. That's that me Espresso, as Sabrina Carpenter once said. I am joined with my co-host Enigma. What is going on?
Not not much other than this amazing game going on right now. You got the number 2, number 7 game. I mean, I'm excited. These two teams had a great regular season. They made the playoffs, and now we get to see them try and go head to head in a moment where a loss means your season's over.
Indeed, but they will get 2 bites of the cherry as it is a best of 3, and we are going to get into our map bans really quickly here because we are a little bit behind schedule as per the VDC way. And we do see that our map 1 is going to be Corrode. Our second map is going to be Haven. And then our tiebreaker will be Abyss. All strong maps that were played in this expert tier this season. Enigma, how do you feel about these map picks?
I'm liking this map picks, man. They have a lot of opportunities for creative calling, for interesting plays, both on the offense and defense, and a lot of opportunity for low buy, thrifty rounds to really be impactful. So it'll really come down to how these teams decide they want to play, both individually and as a team.
Indeed, we are going to be getting into our agent selects here as we are loading into Corrode map 1 of this expert playoff. And this is going to be a fun one, and we are looking over some hovers here. Again, this is number 7 KC Espresso versus number 2 MF Consiglieri. Going into this, Enigma, what's some early predictions that you may have?
I mean, it's hard not to lean towards the higher seed here. You know, the MF Consiglieri, they had a great season. They were looking really, really good, but I mean, you can't count out this KC squad either. They got some heavy hitters on that side. You know, you have Parsival, you have, you know, Retrozin, who you know are huge hitters. Honestly, I think this could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. And even though I am a big KC fanboy, of course, going to be remaining unbiased, MF has had a really great season, taking that number 2 seed. But we've seen so many upsets already in different tiers that you never know. There could be a little bit of a banana, I think it's called a banana skin as they call it in sports, where KC Espresso, the lower tier, or sorry, the lower seed, takes out the higher seed. But we definitely will see. Again, best of 3 map here. We're starting a little bit early, and we are gonna get into this. I'm gonna be your player-by-play. Enigma is going to be my color caster, and then also shout out the other 2 members of media on this stream as Trico and Andy Valorant as we are getting into this. Again, early predictions for this map 1 here, Enigma.
I'm liking the way that, honestly, I'm liking the way that KC's comp is looking. They have a lot of good tools to, you know, take these fights, but then still sit back and play with the team for the defense. I think they could have a really strong first half here. However, that Waylay combined with the Fade reveal, combined with the KO knife, is going to be huge for getting early engagements on MMF. So I think this could turn into a very big brawl fight on first half.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. As someone who is certified Parsival duo and certified Parsival husband, I am familiar with his calls here a little bit. So we're going to see how those calls come out, if they do switch up. And let's see how this runs as we are getting underway here in the first round of our expert playoffs, round 1 between MF Consiglieri and KC. That's that me Espresso. And Retrozin could not find those early headhunters. They do find a little bit of armor damage, but not before getting some armor damage of their own. KO utility going out, and this is going to be a fast hit as it looks like that was Tika that had to fall back. Sorry, that was XKey that had to fall back on that Waylay utility due to that Fade Eye. And Retro is in a great spot, gets one! Cannot find another, gets traded out by XKey. And Blind going out here on the side of Scopes. Bomb will get planted on the side of MF. Flashes all around. Scopes takes on one, but gets traded out by XKey. Again, great trades by MF, and XKey again finds a third. And XKey hot early on the 4th, getting an 8th, round 1. And Mason will take it, and MF will take round 1. And it's a 4-piece chicken tending meal early on for the MF Consiglieri.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more that I thought KC could do on that retake. They just had to run through XKey, and XKey turned out to be a much bigger challenge than they anticipated. Getting that early entry information that there was no one sitting elbow, and then finding their way into sight, getting not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 picks all on their own with that ghost. That was huge gameplay from them.
All right, as we go into this round 2 here, again, there's going to be that same little default of, it looks like Retro peeping out and trying to get that early A aggression, and it looks like there's going to be a 3-man death ball coming on the side of KC through A Link, and there is going to be some contact here in top mid as Parsival tries to find one, cannot. Now it's kind of stuck in an island, does not. Mason takes that first blood, and it's 4v5 on the side of MF. Scopes again up there, and Tico takes down Soul. Yoda takes down Kaizera, but gets traded out by Retro. Not after, though. Nuclear taking down Retro. It's a 4v1 situation. KC Scopes pull out the Herix, but forward. This is very unlikely. Down to 1 HP. It's falling quickly for KC Scopes. Smokes going out. Going to be fighting in those smokes, and Mason will clean it up. And it is a 2-0 again for MF.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the expected result, but there was a little bit of intrigue going into that top mid fight there. They had the close range. Those classics could have done a lot of damage, but MF, they were clean, they were consistent, they took their time, and they found their fights at the ranges that they wanted. They didn't give any picks for free. And, I mean, it's already looking really good for them. At the same time, though, KC, they are finding these good positions. They are setting themselves up to win. So once they have that economy and those guns, this could turn into a much closer affair.
Yeah, and as we get into this round 3, this is the gun buy for KC, and they definitely need to make something out of this if they don't want this map to fall out quickly. And X-Key again taking down Soul. Kaizera trading out, though. 4v4 situation. Honors even. Scopes looking to find that contact. Will find one. TP's out on the danger of X-Key. And Kaizera gets 2! X-Key takes down Scopes. It's a 3v2 situation. X-Key versus Kaizera now could get that contact down in mid.
There.
Bomb is down on the side of MF, but they have the firepower to take this back. This is going to be a very interesting round here. This next frag will determine it all as Kaizera gets a 4K. X-Key trades it out. Ace online. Kaizera, very low HP, knows where they're at, and now it's a 4-piece of their own. It's Parcel versus X-Key.
I have the spike.
1v1 situation. Waylay already has the ult on round 3. Clearing these corners, but Parsival takes down X-Key, and KC find their first round of the map. And what a round from both Kaizera and X-Key, ordering 2-piece chicken tendy meals.
I mean, both Titans are having big moments, big players stepping up. I mean, this is a joy to watch right now. I mean, top mid there, that trade with the Waylay Hinder combined with the Omen TP to get away, and then Kaizera capitalizing off of that perfectly and getting their space out of A Link into mid. I mean, both teams are locked in, both teams are online, and this is going to be a great fight.
We're going into this round 4. KO utility going to go out there. I don't know if that confirms anybody on the side of KC. And now there's going to be a fight for mid again. So often have we heard the words that X-Key takes down Soul, Scopes takes down X-Key, and Nuclear trades out Scopes. Trade for trade, band for band coming out from both of these teams as Kai takes down one, Yoda takes down Kaizera. They're going to run into the Outlaw of Retro's in, and now it's honors even. KO is low on the side of MF, but Tika, again, another hard hitter on the side of MF, trying to go up this elbow location. It is going to be a tap. They know where Retro is, and Tika, what a shot! It's down to KC Parsival, the IGL, the sentinel of this team. Yoda is down to 2 HP. 2 shots of this Phantom will confirm the kill. But Tika, again, full HP. It's going to take a miracle here from Parsi to get this clutch. He's done it before, but can he do it now when the stakes are high? Not clearing this elbow side. Not quite yet. Is going to clear, and Tika takes him down and with a beautiful cross on the side of MF. 3-1.
Yeah, that was just really well played over there from MF. They got in, they got the early picks that they needed getting into the site, but then once they had those numbers equal and the health down, you just had to fight, and Tika finds that beautiful first pick into back site with the Arc Rose getting killed and using that distraction to break Crosshair. And then, as good as Parsival is, sometimes the other team just plays it better, and you just can't get it through a crossfire like that without something going drastically wrong. So, well played from MF.
Yeah, very well played from MF indeed, as it is round 5 here, and game's starting to slip away here from KC Espresso. Prowler will expire, not confirming the location of Parsival. We're just kind of at a standstill here as both teams trying to figure it out. It looks like it is a 5-man death ball through B main, waiting to try to use this X key ultimate ability. It is going to come out here. Parsifal is seen, pre-fired by Mason. X key takes down Scopes. And what an amazing take for the side of MF. Bomb is looking to go down. It has been dropped. Mason is going to plant here. There's a 3v5 retake on the side of KC. MF looking so strong in the early rounds of this map 1. Now it's all down to the likes of Kaizera. Retro's in Soul. Kaizera takes down X-Key with a great shot from the Deagle. Mason gets the trade on Soul though. 4v2 situation. Kaizera can't find anyone yet. Is taken down by Nuclear. And Takeout takes down Retro. And it's 4-1 MF.
I mean, it is an eco round for KC, so you can't expect too much impact coming in, but even so, the shots that are being hit by MF right now are just really, really clinical. They are finding these angles and getting their first shots to land, and KC's just not getting a chance to get into these rounds. They're getting shut down before it even begins.
Yeah, indeed. And Parsifal calling that timeout, something a lot of teams, what I've been noticing in these off seasons, have not been using and not taking advantage of are these timeouts. And I think this is a really good timeout here from Parsifal. It's not too late in the first half, but you know, you are starting to slip that momentum. You are starting to lose a foothold in this game early. And we are trying to fix these issues here we have on stream. I am going to make that a note real quick. It is very laggy. We are trying to get that underway. Hopefully, if it's not fixed by the end of this game, we will definitely have it fixed by the next game. So you can just listen to me and Enigma's beautiful voice for a nice little play-by-play.
Can't think of anything better anyone would want to do with their evenings. It seems like the best option.
All right, timeout is expired. Enigma, if I was KC, what would you be saying?
Right now, it's kind of hard because you feel like you stack up and you know, MF has a great option. They have a great utility stack. They just blind you. They hinder you. You don't have a lot of options. But if you spread out, you're giving them these opportunities to just swing numbers up. So I would lean more towards trying to take negative space behind MF, but it's hard to know where that is.
And here's that mid aggression. X-Key's already down to a very low HP, and Scopes takes down X-Key. And that is kind of like their win con so far in this map, is just taking down X-Key. But Yoda's in a great position. I don't know if they're aware. And Yoda holding their nerve as Tika takes down KC Parsifal. And it's a 4v4 situation. Scopes on a low HP here, so favor is in MF. And they do have all of B site as they were looking up this mid. They did take B site. Soul, I don't think is aware. They are aware now. Gets the headshot through the wall, but Nuclear takes down Soul. And on this rotate, are they aware of Yoda? They are, and Kaizera takes him down. 3v3 situation, almost honors even with the HP. But look at this peek by Nuclear, but Kaizera, what a shot! As the Fade ultimate ability comes out from Not Mason, and they are going to kind of rotate back here into this main. They have to play this retake. Time is running out. And the ultimate coming from KC Scopes, from the shadows. They are running out of time here, though. They do not clear Tika right away as Tika takes out Kaizera. Scopes takes out Tika. It's a 2v1 situation, but time is running out. And again, trying to find. They know Mason is holding mid. Scopes will hit the diffuse. They are going to hold. Pros never fake. Takes down Retro, but Scopes cleans it up, taking out the diffuse, and will get the diffuse. And it will be 4-2, but MF still in favor.
Oh my, wow, that was... Everything was going right for KC early round there, but MF just found a way to make it interesting. I mean, KC takes down X-Key early, which was a huge win condition, but Yoda's off angle really made you feel like they were going to lose something. But, I mean, Kaizera comes up absolutely enormous in that round, getting both Yoda and the first man on site who was waiting for him to come through mid. And KC, they're going to need to do a lot more of that if they want a chance to get back in this.
Yeah, absolutely, but it always starts with one, and Retro gets their one as they take down X-Key again. X-Key, who's been so powerful for MF this series so far. Oh, what a shot from Retro. Retro does have that in their locker with that Headhunter on Chamber. TP coming out. Kaizera with a 145 headshot on Tika through the smoke. What insane luck there. Not confirming the kill, and they are going to get the information that they are on site here. And Retro is going to back up. Scopes takes down Nuclear. 3v5 situation. Bomb is not down yet, and Retro can't find one. Yodits finds two, but gets straight out by Scopes. Again, Tika on that one shot. It's down to Mason and Tika versus the side of Scopes, Parsival, and Soul. Soul has yet to get a kill. This could be their round here, though. As Soul gets that first. Can they find a second? It's a 1v3 situation. It's all down to Mason here. Can the heroics arise? And they cannot. And Soul confirms the kill on Mason, getting that thrifty on the side of KC.
Yeah, they came into the round really early with not a lot of weapons because of how much MF managed to get in the previous round. But in this case, it didn't matter. They played their angles well. They got a little bit of luck on their side, but still, they just landed their shots. And back sight, I mean, Scopes went absolutely enormous with that Hero Phantom. Absolutely. Huge impact in that round. I mean, Casey's starting to look good, man.
Yeah, that timeout is exactly what they needed. And their momentum is starting to slowly shift, especially after winning that thrifty. Again, more in my opinion, I do believe that Kuroda's a more dominant of an attacker sided, and Kaizera takes down Nuclear, but XK is to trade on Soul. And all these members, Retro with a huge 2K, sees where Mason is. And 4v2 situation. And they are just going to attempt to recollect. MF is going to try to recollect here. Maybe get some space on this B main. I don't think Parsival is aware of their location. They are now. Did some armor damage on not Mason, but we'll back up. And there's going to be a take here. Parsi, all flash, finally finds Yoda. Both members were fully blind. And it is again down to not Mason for the heroics. And Mason knows where Parsival's at. I don't know if they're aware of Retro. Yes, they are. What a shot from Mason, but Parsival cleans it up. It's a 4-4.
Oh my goodness, that fight in mid was everything this round. That was absolutely enormous value from Kaizera's utility there. The eye caught, the ultimate caught, and everything just tumbled down afterwards. MF were left with nothing left to do into this round. They had, they had to try and get into a site, but they didn't have the utility to do it. They tried to fight in, but Yoda's flash unfortunately caught him as well. And KC just clean up once again. This is looking better and better.
KC looking better and better. Retro again taking out Tika. And Kaizera finds one. Scopes finds another. Scopes finds a second. And Scopes finds a third. And what domination on the side of KC on that round. And they finally have the lead.
That was over in a heartbeat. That was sending yourself right into the meat grinder. KC, they set that up perfectly. Like, I mean, they had the utility, but they knew the enemy was on low guns. They said, you know what? You don't have guns. We'll run at you. We have ours. And just mows them down, both sides.
And just quick confirmation and clarification for the viewers at home. We will not be media tech pausing, as both teams did not consent for a media tech pause. So we will be playing this out, and we will hopefully fix stream for our next game. But I will do my best to give you that play-by-play. And it is 5v5. In this round, just feeling each other out, trying to find out what is going on, how we can, how both teams can figure the each other out. MF looking to get a foothold back into this game. They are going to lead towards this B site where it's all just Parsival allowed, or sorry, Parsival alone on site. Again, still at default. 50 seconds left, and XKey gets that opening pick on Kaizera. XKey has been so good for MF this series, and proving again why he is one of their talisman. And they are going to start rotating to this B site. Again, utility coming out. This execute is going to happen as the KO ultimate ability is going to come out. Does not clear Parsival. Parsival's able to get XKey, but then Nuclear trades. It's a 4v3 situation, but XKey, your dominant duelist, is offline. Fade utility coming out, and MF taking all this space into KC's CT area. Retro is aware. They know where Nuclear's at. Nuclear can't find any on the Outlaw. From the shadows on the side of Scopes coming out. Blinds are out. They are going to retake here. They know where Nuclear's having. Scopes takes out Nuclear. Mason takes out Retro with a great trade. It's down to Tika holding down Scopes, and Tika can't find Soul, but Mason trades out, and it's 5-5. Wow, what a round, as many ultimate abilities were used here. And this game has it all. It has the drama, it has the back and forths, and what a round from MF.
Yeah, that was a huge opener from XKey to get them a position into that round. KC felt they had to re-clear mid and A, and that left their Vice all alone on B, trying to hold it down. They managed to get XKey when they came in, but it just wasn't enough. They had too many ultimates and too many abilities, and they were too aware of that backside angle. Retro couldn't get in, and then the Vice ultimate just secures the round.
Indeed, indeed, and Parsival looking to get this information. He has the information that multiple are on B, and that XQ ultimate ability is going to come out. And this is going to be an ultimate flood from the side of MF, but Parsival takes down XKey. Parsival takes out Nuclear. 5v3 situation here on the side of KC. Parsival holding down their site so fresh, so clean. It's like it's Outcast. I think my viewers might be too young to understand that reference. Anyway, they are trying to work out this B situation. Numbers advantage on the side of KC. And again, now the round is just kind of halted to a standstill as they're trying to find these positions. KC Parsival probably coming to hold their locations. Tika probably telling them to find a pick and go off of that. This is going to be an interesting battle. Again, numbers on the side of KC, but MF have the firepower to bring this back. Not Mason and Tika, both on that second and third frag position. They know where Scopes is.
Bring them down.
Mason going to use some utility to try to get out, and that is going to find Scopes. Retro's in with the Tour de Force live. Tries to shoot Mason through the wall. Mason can't confirm. 14 seconds left. This looks like it's going to be a very late take. Tika takes down Scopes. All of a sudden, this is falling apart for KC. Bomb will go down in the nick of time for MF. Retro's in. Knows Mason is main. Takes down Mason in main. And Parsival spots Tika. Yoda takes out Parsival. Soul takes out Tika. 1v3 situation. And Retro drops with a Tour de Force. And it will go in KC's favor.
I mean, the discipline on that retake was absolutely gorgeous from KC. They didn't leave anything to chance. Clearing every angle, seeing, okay, we saw the utility from main. We're going to hold that down. Take that guy out. Oh, we're going to have the guy from heaven come down. When we need to have their last guy, we're going to high-low by dropping and swinging at the same time. That was just beautiful protocols all the way through that retake. And even just in the macro in that round, you know, not giving up mid prematurely, having the idea that, hey, this could just be a pause. They leave the two people on B so that they don't actually lose control of the site. And all throughout, they just had complete control of where MF had to go.
That's not ready. Teleport's ready.
Yeah, and we are here on the last round of this first half of this first map. And what a first half this has been. I'm very excited to see what happens in the second half. MF looking to make this honors even going into the second half, but KC looking to extend their round differential by 2. XKey going to execute on the site, but not before meeting Scopes. Parsival can't confirm anymore, but Scopes also can't confirm anymore. Scopes finds one. Soul finds another. Mason takes out Soul in the trade, though. 4v2 situation. Scopes finds a third. And Parsi knows where Mason is, and Scopes with the 4-piece chicken tendy meal, and KC will take the advantage. 7-5 going into the second half.
I mean, the team play in previous rounds is all well and good, but sometimes you don't need the team, man. Just do it all on your own. That was an absolutely enormous hold from Scopes. Puts himself even further in the lead on the top of his team.
Our observer having some fun with the classics on the ground. But Enigma, how are we feeling? That was a very entertaining first half.
I was extremely entertaining. That was both teams had moments of momentum all throughout that first half. We had moments where the defense in KC had a good idea about where MF were, but then we had rounds that MF they just steamrolled over KC. I think both teams are starting to really find their footing.
Yeah, indeed. And as we're going into this round 14, I'm basic.
13.
I just said basic.
Believe it's
Basic. All right, going into round 13. Oh, X-Key getting sold. The Scopes trades out on Nuclear. Yoda takes out Scopes. X-Key takes out Kaizera. And all of a sudden, MF back in the driver's seat as they are in control 4-2 on this round. Bomb is down on the side of KC. Fully in mid. And Retro and Parsival going to have to try to take this space, take it one fight at a time, but MF looking so good in this first round on defense. They have that bomb down. Parsival gets one. What a shot.
Last player standing.
Taken down by Mason with a great shot of their own. And now it's Retro. 1v3 situation. We've seen Retro pull these off in the past.
I have the spike.
Spike will get confirmed here by Retro, but they have to fight at least 2 members of MF here to get this bomb down. Oh, I think they know where Yoda's at. Retro now going to opt to go towards the B site. No, going towards the A site. A little bit of confusion here. And time is ticking. 20 seconds, 16 to plant the bomb. They now know that Yoda is falling back onto site. I don't think they saw that jump peek. Again, MF's doing a great job of stalling KC here. The tap.
Ooh.
Retro will take down Mason, but Yoda with a great round to confirm that round for MF.
Yeah, it's not. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. MF had a beautiful refight into mid there with that flash. X-Key and Yoda both finding huge value with their utility that round. And, I mean, in that 1v3, it's like you do everything you can, but MF, they're just playing too safe. They're playing with their team. They're making sure that, hey, we're not going to fight one by one. We'll fight this together. There's nothing much you can do there except just say, good game. All right, next. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. MF absolute dominating on that round. And that's something that we expect from the number 2 seed of MF Consiglieri. Great, had a great season, great dominant season. And now Parsival forced to fall back. Soul's Yoru clone will trip that Vice wall utility. There is only Vice on the side of B here as Tika trying to hold off. Yoda will get spotted from that Fade Eye. Blinds coming out all across as Soul is somehow on site with 34 HP. But the rest of KC just now coming onto site. They do have a free site, but all the extensions are occupied by MF.
Planted.
Mason in heaven. Nuclear will take the first blood on Kaizera. Nuclear will take the second blood on Soul. Nuclear absolutely going nuclear in this round as Tika takes out Parsival. Yoda takes out Scopes and Tika takes out Retro. And it's the first flawless of the game. And MF have tied it all back up yet again.
I mean, flawless is the right word to describe that retake. That was beautiful. They get the first contact, they get their first gun, but then they don't accelerate prematurely. They wait for their team so that everyone swings at the same time. They throw in the paranoia to make sure that they can't fight back from under hut when they're dropping from heaven. That was just beautifully orchestrated. And even though KC got into site clean, there was going to be no way out for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're a KC fan, you know, the only thing that kind of was positive about that round was at least you got bombed down. You got a little bit more eco there, and you have a little bit more money to buy some util here. As it does look like Kaizera and Soul still on a little bit of a lesser buy with those shield options. But all rifles on the side of KC. Let's see how they do here. As we are in round 15, trying to fight for that mid space. It looks like a 1-3-1 here on the side of KC. And MF opting to just kind of give back those extensions. X-Key looking at Parsival with a great pre-fire on X-Key. I don't know if there was a little piece of his barrel hanging out. But Parsival again takes out Nuclear. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. As KC all of a sudden has the advantage. Mason takes out Soul, but trade out by Scopes. And now it's a 4v2 situation on the side of KC. So often we said that on the side of MF, but KC answering with their own. They are going to run into Yoda. Yoda gets one. Yoda cannot find a second as Kaizera gets that trade. 3v1. They have B site for free Will they spot this lurk here from Retro?
Spike planted.
Oh, they will meet. It just depends on if they will fight. And Retro gonna wisely back up. They have the numbers advantage. Tika, though, now has a rifle in his hands. This is doable if you're Tika. Again, just feeling each other out, waiting to see what utility comes out. Swings the yard area. Does not find his kill. Gets a lot of armor damage. Takes down Retro. And Scopes confirms Tika and KC will win their buy round, but it is expensive for them.
I mean, yeah, expensive. It very much so. Like, the end of that round, you're like, yeah, you thought that, okay, well, let's get this kill. Let's keep 3 guns. Let's go that. But, I mean, sometimes the other guy's just shooting. That was really, really good try from Tika there. I mean, in the beginning of the round, though, you saw Parsival doing his best nuclear impression, getting 2 for free on their own. I don't know how he found the first one. I didn't see the second one either, but it's like absolutely enormous impact to make sure to secure that round early.
Indeed, indeed. And we are going into this round with another KC advantage, but MF was slated to lose that round. That was their bonus. So now that both sides have full rifles, we'll see how this round shakes out. Soul going to use that cologne to trip that Vise utility again. Again, both teams slowing it down, trying to figure each other out, and XKey is forced to get out, so Waylay Dash is offline. They only have the slow left. But it doesn't matter. XKey has been so good this series. Can't confirm one. I think Parsi was also trying to pre-fire that angle again to try to get some armor damage on Not Mason and cannot find it. And both teams just slowly figuring it out, figuring each other out. Smoke's going out on each side. Retro taking that fight against Tika, but not able to confirm anything. And again, just the slow motion here as KC is now going to opt to take that B site. Blinds going out. XKey taking out Retro, though, as so often has he done this match. Bomb will go down. Parsifal takes down Nuclear in that lurk position. It's a 4v4 situation. They are flooding now. And again, KC in a really bad location. Yoda takes down one. Kaizera gets traded out. Tika gets traded out for Kaizera. Guns are gone on the side of MF. But Tika still has theirs in hand. Tika takes down Parsival. And Scopes all alone on site. Takes out one. Cannot find another. And what a great retake again on the side of MF. And if you're looking for a masterclass on retakes, look no farther than MF. 8-8.
I mean, you feel like KC's got a chance there. Like, the Vice ultimate comes in and is absolutely huge for delaying that retake. But MF, they're not worried about it, man. Like, they sit back, they wait. They know that their guy in heaven has his rifle still. They let the guns come back online, and then they just execute. And when MFs is playing together, it's really hard to get more than one. They are trading each other so beautifully right now. That forces KC down onto an eco round. This is probably going to give the lead back to MF if they're not careful.
Yeah, indeed. And again, it is looking like it's going to be a full eco here. And XKey is aware of it, buying that Outlaw, which is so deadly on these save rounds. I love this play here. The tour de force from Retrozen coming out. But will they be able to find one? Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
Retro with this little pixel angle on Yoda. If Yoda peeks, Yoda might be dead. Holding their nerve. Still holding their nerve. This is insane trigger discipline from the side of Retro. Again, each team trying to fill each other out. They can't really... They have a lot of that link space, but they are going to run into a lot of guns here on the side of MF. And Soul, or sorry, Mason not able to get that kill on Soul. But a lot of armor damage was done. And XKey, there it is, taking down Retro. The only one that has really a gun that was effective. Taking down Parsi. What a shot by XKey. Mason, again, trying to find one in. Whale on Soul. It's looking like it's going to be another flawless back-breaking for KC. Heartwarming if you're MF. And MF with the flawless again. They're second on the map. And they will now take advantage of this map yet again.
KC, they keep getting in sight. They keep getting the bomb down. But, I mean, especially on an eco round, it's really hard to actually convert. And MF, they're not rushed, man. They're patient. They let XKey find the picks they need. And they keep playing together. I mean, it's just really, really smart. They're not overextending anywhere right now. I
Yeah,
don't even know what to say.
MF is doing a really good job of getting their momentum and then holding on to it. So we noticed in that first round, they were holding on to the momentum until that timeout was called. I'm wondering if we're going to see something similar again here, where if KC calls a timeout, MF will slip. But MF, again, looking really strong, getting 4 rounds out of this half with KC only taking 1. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I'm loving the way this is looking, though. This is setting up really fast B, though. Let's see if they actually take the space.
And they are going to get this information on Yoda that Parsifal is down mid. And again, some utility being thrown on the side of Yoda. They are aware of this Vise utility from Soul. Looks like they are going to slow down, and it looks like Retro does have a disconnect. So they are going to be playing this round at a 4v5 situation. Retro is back now, so maybe no protect pauses are needed. Oh, and Soul can't confirm that poor jump spot by Tika. And Tika's setup proven to be so deadly. X-Key now on the side of B. They were playing more towards mid, making that shift. The Vise wall is down. Ooh, and X-Key almost finding one with that pre-fire. That would have been incredible. And it looks like an execute is going to come out here. Again, Soul, the only one on site, though. They have no help. Tico looking to use this ult for a retake. And Scopes isn't aware that there is one in that smoke lurking. And Tika opting to not use the ultimate. Kaizera is going to get this plant down. They are going to be aware that one is down mid. And X-Key with the ultimate ability here. Scopes it. Parsi gets 2 though. How? How does that happen? And Parsi trying to find that information. Mason takes down Parsifal. And Mason takes out Kaizera. Retro takes out Tika. Retro takes out Mason. It's a 1v1 situation. And Retro takes down Yoda. How does KC win that round? That is backbreaking for MF. And let me just say, is that Wily ult cosmetic? Because how did Parsi get that kill? Incredible round from KC there.
I have no clue how KC managed to pull that out. They got the bomb down, but MF were set up once again for one of these retakes that have been working so well for them. They had everything ready. They had the ultimates. They had the Vice ultimate. They had the Waylay ultimate. There's everything that says that they should be taking that round, but KC are like, nah, I'd win. And honestly, it's hard to fault them. That was beautiful.
Honors all even. Listen, Enigma, I think we might be in it for the long haul tonight, which is something I am not complaining about. My voice is going to hate me, though, tomorrow. Anyway, as we are going into this round 19, they are going to lean towards this B side again, using that utility, or sorry, using that clone to break that Vise utility. And Soul, it looks like this is going to be another fast B take. Look at MF, though, all up in A. This is going to be a full retake yet again. And here they go. This time Soul taking the site of the CT, taking that space, and TP's coming in and out. And Bomb will go down on the side of Kaizera. KC again having such a strong attack side so far, but MF so deadly on these retakes. And here they are. There's 3 stacked on the side of mid link and 2 stacked on the flank. We'll see how this goes. There will be no slow here. XT goes on. Retro. Retro. Ooh. Gets 2. Gets 3. And Soul cannot confirm the flanks as Mason will take down Retro. It's down to Parsifal, Scopes, and Soul. And they are on site. Bomb's not planted for KC, though. All they have to do is stick. Retro's in, takes down 1. They just have to stick here. And they are sticking. Mason gets 1, and Soul confirms it. And KC will take back the lead. And what a round from Retro there to save that round from KC. Ooh, but they go down to Bomb. That could be costly.
That could be very costly. They were already coming back off of a loss, so you know their economy wasn't the best. It does look like they'll at least be able to get rifles on a few of their members, which is a small bit of saving grace, but even so, that was a huge win for them. They planted, and I mean, MF again were set up for one of their retakes, and they just didn't predict that Retro was going to be hiding on site, hiding behind that box. Gets absolutely enormous value, taking all 3 who are coming in from mid and not letting them get a chance to get into that round.
Here we are. Again, KC leaning towards that B site. MF looking to hold on to their world class, and I'm gonna say that world class retakes because of how good they've been. Yes, they faltered in these past 2 rounds, but we know how good they can be. And look at this, they're already here. I don't think Soul saw any of them. Now they do. Soul confirming, and yes, they are gonna back up here. And Soul also backing up, but they're gonna fall in right into XT as Scopes takes down XT. And Spike will go down, but it's picked up quite easy. And this is gonna give time for MF to reset. As Mason can't find, yes, no, I'm sorry. They will find some armor damage on the side of Scopes. KC's MVP so far. And it's a 4v4 situation, but advantage MF with the damage. And look, MF already is on this site. Soul sees one, but Parcel takes down Yoda. And this is why that lurk is so important. Scopes TPing into that link area with the bomb. I think they're going to re-wrap here. Oh, Nuclear going to stick. I don't know. Ooh, taking some fall damage. I don't know if Nuclear or Parzival saw each other. They did not. Nuclear takes down Parzival. Scopes, though. Can they get the trade? No, they can't. Nuclear. Wow. Stinger online, but Soul takes it down. 12 seconds, though.
10 seconds
they have to get this plant down. Time is running out. Tika and Mason versus Retro and Soul. They only get the knowledge, and Tika takes out Soul. It's down to Retro. Retro can pull out these heroics before, but Mason and Tika having such great games. Retro only has a pistol. And again, the tap will go out. No headhunters online. Ooh. Oh, and Tika, all Tika's got to do is stick. All Tika's got to do is stick, and he is! And he cannot confirm it! And it's 10-10! MF! And you got to give kudos to Nuclear there, saving that round with that stinger. Wow, what a round.
I mean, just predicts that they're going to rotate again. Here's the Omen teleport into Link and immediately thinks, oh, they're going B here. TP's, ults all the way into B heaven. Drops out, takes the fall damage, and says, that little bit of fall damage, that's worth it. I'm getting 2 with this thing. That was absolutely huge from Nuclear. Got them back into that round, and those stingers, those things sing.
All right, as we do come into a little bit of a tech pause here on the side of KC, we are going to maybe try and fix some of our stream quality here a little bit. We do, again, apologize for this technical difficulties that we are having. Looks like it has improved a little bit. But Enigma, do we think we're seeing an OT here? Because I think we're seeing an OT here.
I mean, there's the biggest round differential we've seen all game has been like 3 rounds. I feel like it's got to go to OT. Like that to do anything less would be a disservice to the way both of these teams are playing. They got the retakes down from MF. KC is starting to figure out how to get away from these retakes. They're playing doubled up. They're playing aggressive into the retakes. They're not letting them get in. I mean, I feel like both teams are like throwing punches and countering them over and over and over. I don't really know who's gonna pull ahead here.
Yeah, I'm unsure as well. Let's just wait until next. Yeah. It looks like
we're close.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're just chatting with our producer here, chat.
Yeah,
See what I did there? We're chatting, chat.
Yeah, this is the kind of puns that we come up with as quote-unquote professional casters are truly mind-boggling. This is Pansy and Hypoc level metaverse, talking about, oh, hey, I want to talk to my production.
What do you metaverse?
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was like, what do you feel about how KC has begun trying to deal with XKey and Mason? I feel like those two have been pretty good, but they've been shut down the previous rounds. It's had to go down to people like Tika and Nuclear to start stepping up.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the analysis that I will make is you see that Yoda and Nuclear, who may not be having their best games, right, shooting wise, they are still very, very, very helpful with their utility. 13 assists on the side of Nuclear, 11 on the side of Yoda, right? They are doing their job as support characters. When you look at the side of KC, you see that Soul, their duelist, their entry duelist nonetheless, their only duelist, sitting at 8 kills and 9 assists. Yes, they are playing very well with their entry with their flashes. But I think that has been the difference. Yes, they have been shutting down XKey and Mason. However, they still have those two, even though they're on the bottom frags there, still pulling their way through the rounds. I think if Scopes and Retro do go down on the side of KC, it's almost as if MF have confirmed that round. So I think if you're KC, that's something that I would be looking to boost up their confidence, boost up Soul's confidence, and really just lock in and hone in for these next 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'm really with you on that. I think that KC, I've been seeing a couple times here where they let Soul try an entry in, but they're having him entry into a site where they don't have a lot of information and they doesn't have a lot of help. I feel like trying to get him in using like Omen, using, you know, like the Fade dog to try and, you know, get some, maybe not necessarily space, but information on where they are so that these entries can be more impactful, I think might be a big opportunity for KC to try and get a little bit more impact into these rounds. And also, I feel like Soul, they've been kind of leaving Parsival to do a lot of the lurking. I think maybe trying to do some of the doubles up on that, trying to have him play with his TP near the pack so that they can try and get these impact and try and sell these positions in mid and A if they're like going to be more. I think that could be really impactful if they try and implement some of that. But either way, you got to go through, like you said, Nuclear and Yoda, Tika, all their utility has been really, really hard to crack for KC. All right, I believe we are getting back into the game here, setting up early. We have all of our players back in game. No more 4v5 shenanigans. We'll see how this is going up.
Let's play.
All right, let's see. Again, you couldn't have said it better yourself. Let's see how this shakes out as Retro, again, using that pixel angle. Will not spot XKey, though. They are going to back up. And again, KC leading towards the side of B. They now have Mason on the side of B instead of just holding Tika by themselves. Again, Tika still able to hold this site by themselves. And Retro disconnecting and reconnecting. Again, it looks like they have unable to finish their internet problems. But it doesn't matter. As time is ticking down, 1 minute remaining in the round. Retro's in. TPing out. And again, just this default, just playing slow, trying to find a pick on each side. And XKey trying again to take that mid location. They are going to buddy up. And this is a good ult here from Parsival. It is going to confirm 2.
Yes!
Soul takes down Soul. Or sorry, Soul takes down Nuclear. And now they are going to flood on this side of A. MF a little bit delayed here, but look how fast the help is coming from Mason and Tika. Blinds coming out on the side of Yoda. That's crazy to shoot that while I'm blind, but okay. Mason is going to get that. Parsival takes down 1, but Yoda takes down the other. And it's 10 seconds remaining. KC running out of time. XC takes down 1, Scopes takes down the other. They have to get this bomb down, and Soul with a huge kill to protect this bomb plant. Bomb will go down. Yoda on site still. 3v1 situation. And out of nowhere, MF is down, and Scopes takes down Yoda, and KC regains the lead. Wow.
I mean, they did what we were talking about. They didn't let Soul go in by themselves. They used the Vice Ultimate to get them into that elbow position. That was absolutely beautifully played there from KC. I was so happy when I saw them give help for Soul to get in there. And then once they got on site, they didn't give anything up for free. Parsival, he walks up elbow. He finds the one, he gets traded out, but he still gives that information to his team that there is one more there. And so they don't lose the opportunity to plant the bomb even as time got low. And that forces MF down onto an eco round here.
Yeah, MF down to an eco round. Now, what I will say, this round is super important for both teams. If MF can confirm this Thrifty, I think they win the map. But on flip side, if KC confirm this round, I think they win the map. This is the round to be. If you are a KC or MF fan, this is the one you're tuning into. As utility coming out on the side of KC. Soul is going to TP on the side of A. So it looks like this is going to be a fake. I think they are going to meet each other here in mid. As Retro takes on XKey. And this is a very interesting take, as look at KC, they're all the way on A. No one's on there, but they are going to get met with Yoda. And Soul takes down 2! And Soul is online, finally. And it's a 5v2 situation. Retro a little bit stuck here in their spawn. And bomb is planted. Retro trying to get this kill on Mason. Can't seem to find it.
Last player standing.
And Retro will take down Tika. And Mason will take down Retro. That lag definitely affecting Retro's play here, but it's down to Mason, who has been having a hell of a game to confirm 4 kills. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. They're rotating back. I think this is going to be a save. A KC out of nowhere, gonna be on match point.
I mean, I don't really know what to say there. I mean, it was an eco round for MF, and you can't really feel like there's much more they could have done. At the same time, it feels like that was like their last mistake they're allowed to make. Their last life is on the line now. They may have had 9 at the beginning. They only got 1 left. I mean, they have the hero rifle saved in. That gives them a little bit of economy going into the round. But KC, their economy's strong as well. Both these rounds are going to be buy rounds. They're going to have to go through a full strength KC if they want a chance to bring this to overtime. I don't know, man. Like, this could... I still feel like, though, I don't know. Like, MF has that kind of energy where they're not going to get demoralized by this.
Agreed. I was just about to say the same thing. If you're KC, you're in a comfortable position because regardless, you're going to have full eco for both rounds. But MF has been so good this whole season. I would not count them out. MF there's a reason why MF is seed number 2. And as we go into this match point for KC, Soul is going to be ulting onto the side of B site. Seeing Tika, I don't think they see Mason. They do now, and will TP out. And again, all momentum from the side of KC has been halted. They are going to try to regroup here into mid, a 3-1-3 situation. Trying to pick out these mid players. Again, unable to. This smoke's so powerful on the side of KC Scopes.
There.
And now they're going to lean more towards A, but they are going to run into a wall of MF cavalry. And here it comes, the execute. This is going to be make or break for KC and MF. You feel X-Key finds one, cannot find a second. Nuclear finds one, but Retro and Scopes trades out respectively. 3v3 situation, but in favor of MF as Scopes is down to half HP. Oh, Mason, what a shot! That was absolutely filthy. And Scopes going to swing into all 3 MF members. It's down to Parsival to try to help him out, and now they know all 3 is there. Parsival for the game, but MF in such a great position, and MF will force it to the last round of regular time. This is such an entertaining game.
I mean, yeah, it's going both ways. Like, right when you think KC has a chance, they got in 3v3 into that site. They had a chance. That trap that the MF had set up beautifully in elbow just barely got broken through even by KC. But MF, they're like, that was only the first layer of our trap. You've fallen into the second. They catch them out back site, and then it just cleans up the round 1 versus 3. He may be good, but Parsival can't do everything. And now we're into the round 24 out of 24.
Yeah, round 24 out of 24. I couldn't have said it better myself. And here we go. They are going to lean towards that B main default again from the side of KC as Mason and Tika has been so strong holding this out. And Yoda going to reclaim that mid link space into that B. They are going to be running into 3 players yet again. And from that fake TP, it does look like that they are going to be confirming this site. Just once, that was a fake clone. Just once. We've seen it down in Apprentice. Let's see it in an Expert. Anyways. Flash will go out. And I think Parsival and Tika may saw each other. This has been such a good game on both teams. It's going to come down to this. As hostiles are detected, 4 agents suppressed. No one is alone on site. X-Key, though. Really strong flank. Time is running out. Are they aware? Kaizera. Oh my gosh, this timing. Oh. It's going to come down to this. I don't think they know that X-Key is there. Knife is out on the side of Parsival. Now they know X-Key gets 1.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot find a second. Scopes with a big trade, but time is running out. 20 seconds to plant the bomb. And here we go. This is what it's going to come down to. 4v4 situation. Honors even. Yoda holding this corner site here. Scopes is on site. Kaizera will get the bomb down. Tika takes down 1. Yoda takes down the other. Yoda takes down the 3rd. And Tika takes down the 4th. And we're going to overtime.
I mean, Tika and Yoda, They were left by themselves.
Overtime.
KC honestly called a brilliant play off of that pick down in flank. And they said, you know what, now we're going to quiet down, we're going to head back to site. They managed to pull Mason off the site. They didn't have him anymore. But Yoda and Tika hold it down all on their own. They don't need anyone else. 2 versus 4, more like 2 versus 0.
Yeah, and that was, again, just a masterclass in MF, holding their sights, playing those retakes to perfection. And XKey, their main man, trying so hard to get that flank. And when you take down Parsival, you take down that lurk, you take down a lot of information. But for both of these teams, it's essentially a 0-0 scoreline as we are in this overtime, win by 2. And let's see how it goes, as there's a lot of mid aggression here. They are only going to run into Retro, but again, Retro has been having such a great game, and they are going to take this space. Retro with the Odin. I don't think that was noticed. Tika takes on Retro, though. Odin is offline. It's now in the hands of MF. Optic did not pick it up quite yet. And again, they have sight for free. It's now a KC retake, but XKey taking down Kaizera. XKey again saying, "Nuh-uh, I'm the one in this lobby. That is the main man." I'm going to go down on the side of Tika. How is this retake going to come out? They do have the Vi's ultimate ability. It is going to come out. It's going to confirm Parsival here. Parsival with that shorty. And Soul and Scopes looking to retake together. Flash is coming out on all sides. Confirming one, confirming another is Yoda. Confirming Soul. Oh, ooh. Finds 3. All of a sudden it's doable for KC, but they're down to 1 HP.
Cutting through.
Time running out. They're going to run into this Odin that was dropped earlier. And Nuclear cleans it up, and MF is on match point.
Oh my gosh, that had me feeling some kind of way for a second. That was almost a 1 versus 5. But MF, they are just too patient. The same skills that let them be great at retaking allow them to easily clear out all the people in backside, except for one, and that one almost flips the round. I mean, that's just almost a microcosm for this entire game. It's been back and forth the entire time. One team gets an advantage, then the other. I mean, I hope this keeps going, man. This is so much fun.
Well, regardless if it doesn't keep going or not, we still got one more game after this. So it will be interesting. But again, KC, who are so strong on attack, just gave up a few dirty rounds. And they are going to try to maybe run a fake here, as they're trying to get that default, and they will get caught out. Oh, fighting Yoru twice, apparently. Shout out the clone. And they know that this might be a fake now, as XKey trying to get back into that attacking position. Going to play off of Nuclear's contact here. Look at Parsival slicing the pie. Trying to find one, and Kaizera takes out XKey. They know Nuclear's there. KC speeding up now, going off of that track. And Nuclear forced into backside. All of KC needs to get together here. And maybe this is what is going wrong for KC, is they're slowing down. They're slowing this pacing down, but Parsival takes out Nuclear. 5v3 situation. Mason gets a trade on Kaizera, but Ghost takes down Yoda. 4v2. Enigma, you might get your wish on this game continuing, as that Fade utility will not confirm anybody. Bomb will go down. And now all KC has to do is just hold their nerve. But KC, very low on this HP. Gotta play this like a 2v2 situation. Mason trying to find the info. And look at Retro. I don't think they're aware of where Retro's at. They do now, as Retro takes out Tika. Mason takes out Parsival. It's time to Mason. The heroics are on display. Mason takes out another, an ace caught to win the game.
Mark 2.
Surely not. Surely not. And Soul confirms. And what was a ace for Mason turns into a team ace for KC. And it's 13-13.
Oh my gosh, it almost happened the previous round. And this time it was even closer. Oh my gosh, he gets 4. Almost has the 5th. That was, oh my god, that was down to the wire. It was great patience, though, on the early round from KC. They got the pick onto XKey, which is absolutely enormous for their chances to take that round. And then they walk into elbow, they wait, and they set up. They have one person swing early, but they make sure that they group up for when the pack comes in, tries to retake. And they put it to 13-13.
And whoa, Retro with an op early on XKey. That is something that I don't think any of us were expecting. Just kidding, yes we were, because it's a chamber main. But anyways, XT trying to reposition here. Oh, but gets a nice little head tap from Nuclear. 4v5 situation, but again, Retro at such a low HP. Kaizera getting that information. Spots Tika. Finds Tika. Unbelievable pick there from Kaizera. But again, the heavy hitter in Mason still alive. MF still have a shot in this.
Teleport's ready.
I think Retro's DC'd again.
Oh, he's back.
And Retro trying to find one. Will find one. Will get some armor damage on the other, but taken out by Yoda. Parsi takes on the other. And Yoda will get the bomb down, will get blinded left, right, and center, and scopes. And now all of a sudden, KC have won a defense round.
I mean, there were so many layers to that. The early op fight by Retro was huge. The mid round where they got the pick from the elbow, the mid link angle was huge. And then backside, we had Retro on the op, disconnects, manages to come back just in time to get their impact. I mean, holy cow, that was a beautiful round. And then the final secure, they had the Vice Flash, they had the paranoia. They were super concerned about anything happening. They made sure nothing could go wrong. That was beautiful.
I will say, though, MF has been super strong on defense, so let's see how this answers. Does KC get map 1, or do we see a double overtime? Triple overtime, sorry. And here we are. It's that B main default. Not going to confirm any information on mid. Parsival is lurked up. And it's going to come down to Parsival and XKey here in mid, and XKey forced to back up. Parsival doesn't know he's swinging in a 3 in mid and will back up. And they're just going to resume this default. Smoke's going to go out on the side of KC towards B. And here we go. They are going to take this site for free now. And a little spam from Soul, unable to find any damage there. And bomb will go down. Let's see. MF, so good on these retakes. Can MF force this triple overtime? Mason will know that one is in that elbow location. They will find one, and they will seize 2. Mason needs to confirm these kills. Retro takes out XKey. Mason takes out Soul, but Scopes and Parsi takes out Tika, and Yoda 4v2. Nuclear gets 1. Falls to Scopes. It's all down to Mason, and Retro confirms the kill, and KC takes map 1. What a map!
I mean, that was back and forth. That was a slugfest. All 10 rounds, man. That was a boxing match that went all the way. Scopes ends the game on top of the leaderboard above XKey. Retro had a huge resurgence in those last few rounds, getting tons of value. And the rest of KC, they made sure LG, I'm thrown off my XKey's title there. They made sure the rest of MF had no chance to get back into that retake position that they were so strong from the entire second half. I mean, what else can you say?
What else can you say, indeed? What a match. Now, stream, we are going to be resetting stream here. We are going to let this delay play out just so that you guys can see the rest of the game. We are going to be switching our producers here just so that we can get a little bit higher of a quality. We apologize for that first map, but we will see you in the second map with hopefully a little bit more of a better connection, and we'll see you all back here in about 5 minutes.